Hi, crafters, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 201. So here's where we left off on Wednesday. We have our base card, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. We have our layer, 4 by 5 1/4. We have our 2 1/2 by 4 piece. This is DSP, Designer Series paper. And then we have two that are a 1/2 inch by 4. This is the other side of that Designer Series paper. Then we have a segment for a scrap. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to stamp my sentiment so I can kind of figure out where I want placement. And I think I am going to use this "You're on my mind and in my heart." So let me grab a block. I'll use Memento. I have it right here. Why not? I usually use Secret C, but I've been stamping since Wednesday, so my Secret C must be over on my work desk somewhere. All right, let's get this straight. Let's get my greeting somewhat straight. I'm going to hold on to it for a few seconds and bring it up. And then let's bring this over. I have all my scraps here. You're going to see, I think I'm going to try this for a couple of weeks where I use the same color scheme or Designer Series paper so you can see how to get the most out of the supplies you have without having to have a lot of extra supplies. All right, so I think I'll use my seal this time instead of the glue. And I'm going to put a nice border around all those edges so this will lay down really nice without bubbling up. If I get my border looking the same on the three sides, it should. Oh, I said it should. Did you see that? So as long as you do it fairly quickly, you can bring this back up. Kind of tear it, bring it at a diagonal like this. All right, let's try this better. I'm going to hover and look because I may not have cut this straight. But we're going to go with it just like that. I have a little something on there, so I'll just take my rubber eraser and get that off. All right, now I want to figure out where I want my little greeting to be, and that will kind of dictate where this is going to be. All right, so let me go ahead and let's put, when it's strips, I don't like going the full way because I like to be able to place it down. I feel like strips are a little different than squares. There's less surface to cover. So I feel like I can, sorry, let me get this down. Ooh, that's not looking great. Did I make this crooked? See, then it's also easier to pull up because you don't have it all the way through. So let's get this back down here. And I'm going to put this on one of the lines because apparently I need to look on both sides here to make sure that I'm kind of on the same line. Because this was looking really crooked. I don't know if you noticed that. Now I did it up too high. All right. Let me get this. It's one of those struggle bot days. Now I do have today off from work because I am attending a little event later in the morning. So it was a good reason to take some PTO. All right, let's do this. Now that's looking better. Now I can go ahead and bring this on the line. And now I can go ahead and do this. It really shouldn't be that hard, guys. I just made it harder. Oh my goodness. I'm going to pop this up. Now when I get my dimensionals, and I say this almost every video, I actually put clear packing tape over the dimensionals so that the tape grabs those backings, so I don't have backings all over my craft room / office. And there you are. There's our design for today. I'm not going to do any extra bling because that metallic, that copper metallic on that cardstock fills in all the empty spaces. All right, so there's that one. Here's this one. This one I did, see, it's kind of along the same lines, except I did it horizontal. I did go a little crazy with our rhinestones. Those are the basic rhinestones that have been around forever and ever, and are still the best embellishment around. And then this is from Harvest and Holly Mix Specialty Ephemera Pack. This is coming up in the September to December catalog. And what's nice about this is it all has adhesive on the back. Let me see if you can see. Can you see? There's your little line, and this is all adhesive. And that was the problem here. I pulled off the adhesive on this before I decided I wanted to pop it up, and now I have the sticky under there. So I should put some little powder on there so it doesn't get stuck down. But there's that one. And then from that same ephemera pack, I grabbed this tag. I did a little splattering with my blends to break up some of that what was just like white area. And then this is that same DSP Designer Series paper. It's just the other side of that. And this is not 1/2 inch. This is 3/4 of an inch because I really didn't want to cut down those squares. So this one you could bring down a little bit more. It really should be that thick, but just for continuity of the design, I wanted to keep the full strips. There you have it, guys. Tell me what you think about this. Give me that thumbs up if you don't mind. Most of all, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.